weekly news and information program produced by Communication and Journalism Department students at the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Update News. I'm Sarah Rasmussen.
And I'm Andy Wilkins. Today we'll be talking about driving conditions on this snowy day.
And we'll talk about some of the effects of the recent elections. But first, our top story. A 29-year-old Eau Claire man is in serious condition Friday morning after his car collided with two semis Thursday night. According to the State Patrol, Lang Zhang was traveling eastbound on I-94 in St. Croix County when his vehicle crashed into a J.B. Hunt semi at around 11:15 p.m. Authorities say from there his car ricocheted into another semi parked on the side of the freeway. Zhang was taken to Regents Hospital in St. Paul Thursday night and is in serious condition. Authorities are still investigating the accident.
If you're headed out this evening, be extra careful because Eau Claire County has been under a heavy snow warning until 3 p.m. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation reports slippery roads, with some roads covered with snow. If the snow trend continues, we'll be looking at 1 to 2 inches per hour, with select areas receiving as much as 3. As it is the first major snowfall of the season, it is important to keep in mind the parking regulations. Between the hours of midnight and 7 a.m., residents should park on odd sides of the street and on odd-numbered days, and on even sides of the street on even-numbered days. Houses on the north and west side with odd numbers are considered the odd side of the street, while south and east sides are considered even. There are going to be a few new faces in the government after last Tuesday's midterm elections. Updates Kyle Frisky recaps what happened and will tell us what to expect from our newly elected officials.
Thanks, Andy. This Tuesday's election gave voters a chance to voice their opinions on what many people heard was a message that it is time for a change.
After the dust had settled from the midterm elections, the Democratic Party found themselves in a place they haven't been in for a while, the majority. The Democrats have recovered control of both the House and the Senate in Washington for the first time since 1994. As for Wisconsin, the Democrats gained 4 seats in the state Senate for the majority and added 6 seats to the state Assembly, narrowing the Republicans' majority from 59-39 to 53-46. What effect will this have? Rod Freitag, the department chair and an associate professor of political science at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, says time will tell. The amount of change may mostly depend on President Bush's responses and actions.
The president still has the authority as commander-in-chief to largely ignore Congress. Congress can now, the Democrats in Congress with the majority in the House, for example, can hold more hearings and investigations of various topics if they choose, but they really don't make foreign policy.
Freitag added that Bush promises to reach out to the Democrats. Freitag also says that the Democrats taking over a majority of the governorships may have an influence on the 2008 presidential elections.
It can be in something of a factor when you have a presidential race and the governor is of your party. It can be to your advantage because the governor is going to have a team of people. He's been elected statewide, so he's going to have some knowledge of how to win in that state.
According to Freitag, another factor to consider that will affect our government in the future will be if the newly elected officials will stick to their promises. Once again, only time will tell.
Right now it is difficult to tell what the next 2 years will bring. Will it be a time of cooperation and progress or a time of arguments, competition, and political stalemates? Citizens gave their opinions on Tuesday, and only through time will we be able to see what the real outcomes are.
That was Kyle Frisky reporting. Thanks, Kyle. Governor Jim Doyle can now find more support for his policies in the State House of Representatives after winning the election Tuesday. He outlined an agenda while campaigning, which included making all health care premiums tax-free, expanding health care coverage for senior citizens and children, and keeping funding levels high for education. Doyle says Wednesday that he looks forward to a better working relationship with the new legislature.
Gay rights advocates scored a major victory in Massachusetts Tuesday. Lawmakers voted 109 to 87 to delay a decision on whether to back a constitutional amendment that would have given voters a chance to ban same-sex marriage in 2008. The debate came 2 days after 7 states voted to limit marriage to a man and a woman in ballot initiatives. That all but assures the proposed amendment won't be taken up and will likely be killed. Massachusetts is the only U.S. state where same-sex marriage is legal. Coming up after the break, We'll hear about a possible project along the Chippewa River.
We'll also talk about heavy rains in Oregon and police brutality in California. Stay with us.
I feel like the university's